12 seasons, 3 Pro Bowls, 3 first-team All-Pros, and a fearless spirit that earned him one of the most iconic nicknames in football history, the Honey Badger. Today, we say farewell to a true NFL legend, as Tyrann Mathieu officially announces his retirement from the game he electrified for over a decade. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more NFL stories, and drop a comment below sharing your favorite Tyrann Mathieu moment. Let's get into it. It all started in New Orleans, Louisiana. A kid who played football like his hair was on fire. Tyrann Mathieu quickly built a reputation for being relentless, fearless, and unpredictable. A defender who could wreck a game at any moment. At LSU, Mathieu was nothing short of electric. He was everywhere on the field, forcing fumbles, breaking up passes, and returning punts for touchdowns. He earned All-American honors and became a finalist for the Heisman Trophy, nearly unheard of for a defensive back. But as bright as his college star shined, it was also marked by controversy. In 2012, Mathieu was dismissed from LSU for violating team rules, a moment that could have derailed his entire football journey. Head coach Les Miles would later call it one of the worst things I've ever done. For Mathieu, it was a turning point, a painful lesson that would shape the rest of his career. When the 2013 NFL Draft arrived, Mathieu's stock had fallen. Teams worried about his off-field issues, but the Arizona Cardinals saw something in him that others didn't. They took a chance, selecting him in the 3rd round. From the moment he stepped onto an NFL field, it was clear Mathieu was special. As a rookie, he finished 4th in Defensive Rookie of the Year voting. By his 3rd season, he wasn't just good, he was elite. A Pro Bowler, a first-team All-Pro. He had become the centerpiece of Arizona's secondary, playing with the same intensity that had defined his LSU days. The Honey Badger nickname wasn't just a brand, it was a mindset. Tyrann Mathieu played without fear, whether he was blitzing off the edge, covering the slot, or dropping deep into coverage. He was always around the ball, always making plays that left fans speechless. Beyond the stats and accolades, Mathieu's biggest gift was his leadership. Teammates rallied around him. Coaches trusted him to anchor the defense, and opponents had to game plan specifically to avoid him or risk paying the price. Over the years, Mathieu wore several uniforms: the Cardinals, the Houston Texans, the Kansas City Chiefs, and finally his hometown team, the New Orleans Saints. Each stop had its own chapter in his story. But no matter where he played, the Honey Badger was the same: tough, resilient, and impossible to ignore. In Kansas City, Mathieu's impact reached its peak. In the 2019 season, he helped transform the Chiefs' defense and played a huge role in their run to Super Bowl LIV. When the confetti fell that night, Tyrann Mathieu was finally a Super Bowl champion, the ultimate validation of his journey. In 2022, Mathieu signed with the New Orleans Saints. For the kid from New Orleans, it was a full-circle moment. To suit up in black and gold, in the city that raised him, meant something more than football. It was a homecoming. Even in his final years, Mathieu's football IQ and instincts kept him effective. He remained a trusted veteran presence in the locker room and a role model for younger players. He continued to make plays, interceptions, pass breakups, and big stops in critical moments. But after 12 seasons in the league, Mathieu decided it was time. At 33 years old, with his contract restructured for what could have been one more run, he chose instead to walk away. And while we don't know exactly why, whether it was injuries, a desire to spend more time with family, or just feeling at peace with his career, one thing is clear. Tyrann Mathieu retires as one of the greatest safeties of his generation. Mathieu's story is about so much more than stats and awards. It's about resilience, about bouncing back from mistakes and proving the doubters wrong, about playing the game with a passion and intelligence that few could match. The Honey Badger taught us that size isn't everything, that heart, instinct, and fearlessness can make you one of the most dangerous players on the field. He redefined what it meant to be a modern safety, equally capable in coverage, run support, and as a leader in the secondary. And for fans, Mathieu gave us countless unforgettable moments, game-changing interceptions, fumble recoveries, punt returns for touchdowns back at LSU, and of course that iconic Super Bowl run with the Chiefs. So here's to Tyrann Mathieu, to the kid from New Orleans who became a legend, to the Honey Badger who played every snap like it was his last. What was your favorite Honey Badger moment? Drop it in the comments below. If you enjoyed this look back at an incredible NFL career, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more stories from around the league. 12 seasons, a Super Bowl, 3 Pro Bowls, 3 first-team All-Pros, and a legacy that won't be forgotten. Tyrann Mathieu may have hung up his cleats, but the Honey Badger's spirit will live on in NFL history. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.